Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Kimberly and this is Journal Breeze. Today is day 5 of Tracy Fox Creative's December Daily Advent month-long collaboration. It's called a Christmas Anthology and it includes a tremendous, beautiful collection of digitals and 5 Christmas stories. They are all part of the kit. You get the stories to copy print out and make your own books, and beautiful digitals that you can use with the story or anywhere that you want throughout the stories. And that makes it super fun. There's so much to choose from. Really a good time. If this is your first day coming into the collaboration, then you'll find all the links that you need in my description box. I am day 5, and I'm sharing day 5 with a dash of Dave. So each week needed to have 7, and I think that's why that occurred. And so make sure to check out his channel as well. And this sign goes all the way down. It's very long, covers all the 5 stories. And so when you click on the link that is in the description box, all you have to do is click on the day that you want to watch, and it'll take you right to the video for that day. Couldn't be easier. And the digital link is there, and then Tracy's done some videos that will catch you up and help you make a journal if you want that incorporates the stories with the digitals. So I think that pretty much covers everything at the moment. I am going to be sharing with you today from this journal. I'm going to get closer so it's a little more easy to see. I was drawn to the landscape pictures that are the full images that came with each story, and then also the individual add-on ephemera pieces like wreaths and ornaments and garlands and things like that. So I really, my project is how to use these different small bits of add-ons, and I hope that they appear to be unique. I feel like they're unique, fun and festive. And so I thought first what I would do was take you through the journal. It's actually only just a few pages because of the way I made it. So I will tell you about that too. And but I wanted to show you, I was sort of drawn to using this particular book. It's a very tiny little book. Well, it's not that tiny. It's like 5 by 7, I think. So let's see, what is it? It is, I think I'd know after all this, about 7 1/4 by about 4 3/4. So I had to really work on cutting these pages down to the right size because you can't have anything irregular with this method. But I made this label to go inside of this space, and then obviously covered up the spine. And I'm showing you this because this method requires that you fill the spine with pages. So let me show you. Well, there's kind of a surprise, so I'm just going to start from the front. I put in these middle corners. So this to me is Ruby. The book this chapter is about Ruby and her brother Alistair, and so I put together a little homage to Ruby, and it's actually filled with writing pages because there's not a lot of writing space in this journal. And then I took the table of contents for the anthology. Whew, that's bright. There's a skylight above me, so it interferes sometimes. But this lists the different chapters in the anthology. And I just backed it with coffee dyed paper. So when you get that in the freebies that are on Tracy's page, I've listed that as well on her website. I just made it very small. I did a 3 by 5, I think, or 4 by 6, and then cut that up. So the way that this is made is that every landscape is the full thing. And that's why I chose this style. And we're really going to decorate this page. This is the first page where I'm going to show you how to use the add-ons. For me, this is the town that Ruby and Alistair and her mother live in. It's a friendly, warm, cozy Christmas town. And they're very happy in their home. And this is Christmases past, where they've decorated their tree. I've added a lot of, what's it called, stickles? Yeah, I added a lot of stickles to this tree. I don't know if you can tell, both red and bright diamond color or platinum, something like that. And I added this little bow down here. The light's so bright. I put some red on some of the red ornaments. And so this is their happy Christmas past. And then their mother drops them off at a friend's because she has to leave town for a few days. So the mother is the star of their life. They're 11 and 13, I think, or almost 13. And so, you know, their world really wraps around their mom. She appears to be a single parent. And so when she leaves, they're super sad. They're just devastated that she's left. And so they have each other. Thank goodness for that. I cut out this image from the digitals and then put it inside of a different color frame that I felt went well with the color of the leaves in her dress. And I made this pocket down here by doing an extra page and cutting out just the bottom to form the pocket. And then we're going to decorate over here with another bit. So I have those set aside to show you today. And now this is the cottage they're staying in, and there's nothing Christmassy about it. They're really sad. They really miss her. I made this side tuck by cutting off, making an extra page and cutting off the edge so that what's under here is exactly this. So this is a picture of Alistair, and I've used it. This is a file folder from the Clancy, Naughty Clancy kit. And then these are from a kit that Tracy had last year called Simply Festive, I think, Simple Festive. And so I made this book to show the different things they did to pass the time. They were really pretty miserable. I did an embossing on here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a wreath. I don't know if it'll help to turn this off. I don't think it matters. Let's see. Maybe a little bit better. This is the living room they're in. Nothing festive about it. This is the room that they spend most of their time in. Nothing festive about it either. So they're kind of miserable. And they read. And then they collect pine cones to make wreaths. And I'm not sure what this is. If this is tinsel or lights. I'm not really sure what that is. But they're together. Again, nothing, you know, no. The lady they're staying with, who they met one time before for a summer vacation, is really nowhere with them. They're collecting more pine cones. This is a little add-on bit that could sit in this pocket. And then I had them wrapping this gift for their mom that contains the wreath that they ended up making. More pictures from that kit last year. And then here they are looking out the window, really wondering when their mom's going to return. Christmas is the next day. And there's a little angel that's watching over them. They're worried. The time is passing slowly. This is the brother. This is Ruby. This is a little writing space. Again, cut the pockets. Love this. And then this has got decoration we're going to do together. The mom does return, and they're finally able to have their Christmas in their own house. So this is going to be very festive. And this is their living room. Can you see the little, I glued individual glitter sequins, I guess you'd say, onto this tree. Just, you know, they didn't have time to do a lot of decorating because they're busy hugging her. They're so happy to have her back. I cut this package out of one of the other landscape pictures, and I added this little ornament that says love. And we're going to add decorations to here. So just to show you, this is the page that comes next, which I'll eventually decorate, but I don't know how exactly. And then at this point, it flips over, and you come to another story. Yeah. And there's a reason to my madness, I'll tell you in a minute. So I haven't done any decorating on this, but just to show you, this is the next story, the secret book at Scissor Lane. And it's in a library. And I wrapped this to look like a package because it's about a book. And then I made a festive library scene in the front. And I love how cozy this looks. I love libraries. I love reading. So that's a fun page. And then I just used digital to tell the story. And then it ends. So the reason that I had to include the second story in here, which of course isn't that's fine. I'm excited, and I like that it's got this fun little twist to it. But the secret to making this kind of a journal is that you have to fill the entire spine. I learned about this method from my friend Dodie Williams, who is Dorothy Jane on YouTube and Lace Girl 30 on Instagram. But she'd never used a hardback. She would just put like lace or something over the pages, and that would be it. But I wanted to use these cute books. So I made a prototype, and it was by making this prototype with basically the same size, maybe a little bit smaller, spine. There's this big space there because when you glue all the pages together, it doesn't fill up. So and then what happens is that this last page gets stretched. I don't know how to show that to you exactly. It gets stretched, and I actually had to add something under here. I added a pocket to cover up because the page only came out to here because the fold wasn't really in the right place. So the key to making this is that you have to fill in the space with all the papers. And what you do is you print on one side of the paper. Let's see if this light helps again. It's getting very... Yeah, no, it doesn't really. Okay. You print on one side, and then you glue one half, fold them all in half, glue one half to the half of the next one. And then same thing down the row until you have a stack that fits into your spine. Don't glue the papers to the spine. Leave them completely free, so you don't push it all the way back. You want them to be able to open flat, and if you do anything to hamper that, it's not going to lay flat. So give it a shot. It's easy, super simple, but you do have to cut every single page perfect. And if you just were to make your book the size of what it is to print your full page, you'd have no issues. But since I had to make it smaller, I trimmed and trimmed and trimmed. So I'm happy with it. It worked out well. So let's go to the decorating. So on this first page, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me about it. I'll read all the comments, of course, and I will really be happy to answer any questions you have. So what I wanted to do was use these delightful wreaths. I really loved the add-ons, as I said, so I came up with different uses. So these two wreaths, and again, the add-ons are in all the kits, so it's not just particular to Cottage Christmas at the Cottage. So I cut out these 2 wreaths as close to the edging as possible. Fortunately, there's beige around every single edge of all the add-ons. I'm calling them add-ons. She doesn't. But they're like little bits. You know, they're not the full pictures or tags. And so she left beige, so I didn't have to fussy cut too terribly close because I don't really like it. And I decided that these could be picture frames. And I think that this bottom edge of holly is the bottom, but it doesn't matter, however you'd like to do it. And then I took a glue bottle that fit in the center pretty well, and I put it onto a paper template, and then I cut that out, and then I used that template to draw around their faces. So the result will be a little bit bigger than the template, a little bit bigger than the glue bottle, which is what I wanted. So this is a very enlarged tag from the Christmas in the Cottage. It's the side tag. The one over here is the double. So this is the side tag. Let's just cut this out real quick. And I did it in pencil so that I would be able to erase if some of those lines show. I hope you're all enjoying this collaboration so far. I am. I did not post this before it started. I wanted to just see what other people were doing. And I think it's been great so far. Of course it would be. And I thank Tracy for inviting me to participate. This is my first year participating in the December Daily, and I really am so thrilled she asked me. Just love doing Creep on June. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun, and so it was exciting when I got her invite. Okay, almost done here with this. All right. Okay, so I indeed have a ton of pencil on here. So let me quickly erase this. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to put Ruby on top. I'm going to put Alistair on the bottom. Oh, and I think they're going to look really cute. Ah, that is darling. It was fun thinking of new ways to use these items. Uh-oh, that seems a little dried up. Hold on. I use Tombow glue sticks, and I think they're great. I get them on Amazon. Oh, look at that. Worked out so well. Wow, that's great. I don't have a punch that was the right size. My punch was too big. And I don't even have circle die cuts. So it's good that you can just use the bottom of bottles and stuff like that, so you don't have to go buy stuff. Oh, and I want to put that away. Okay, so then just glue around the wreath. Yeah. All right. So if this is here, I'm going to put this here. Sort of a gap between these fabulous snowflakes. Whoops. Wait a minute. Got a little bit twisted here. Now these wonderful background papers, they're freebies. And you just have to be on Tracy's newsletter, which is a joy, and it's free. And you get on her newsletter by going to her website, which is Tracy Fox Creatives, and then you sign up for it, and then you get a password to the members area. So it's all connected. And in the members area, there's the freebies from the things that she's putting up for this, and also previous projects freebies. So it's, you know, it's a win-win all the way around. She also has a Ko-fi page, which is also Tracy Fox Creatives. So she's just a fountain of ideas, as you know. And if you don't, you'll soon know. She's a treasure, a total treasure. Okay. Oh, this is just going on and on. Gloomy, it says. Gloomy. Okay, well, I can go back and fiddle with that after. All right. So there you go. And I might put Ruby and Alistair with a stamp. All right. So that's a cute start. Oh my gosh, that's so friendly. Okay. Now, let's move into this. All right, did a lot of prepping, so it wouldn't take too long. I'm not trying to make you sit through a bunch of prepping. So on this, I wanted to use this incredible garland. Now, it's 3 of them taped together. They're about this long. Some of these things I used full size, and a lot of them I used smaller size. I also used A4 papers because they came first, and I ended up using a lot of A4 add-ons and then even making them smaller. I think I brought it down to 8 by 10. So I am going to make this into a pocket. And I'm going to add these other cute things into it. And I'm going to add this star. Now this star is going to connect with the star behind it. Oh, that light is so bright. I hope it's better on your monitor, more colorful. All right, let's first put this up. These stars are from her another Christmas-related or winter-related digital kit called Snow Days Portraits. And in the portraits are these wonderful stars in both gold and silver. Yeah, it's fantastic. So I love them so much. Can be done with these things in all kinds of journals. All right, so now I am going to put that, and then I want, let's see, let's make sure I've got the bottom and the top right. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom. Okay, and then this. Okay. All right. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to put glue in the middle. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. Maybe that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm going to put glue in the middle. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, and that. And then we go like that. Oh, that is so cute. That is super, super cute. This is a tag from the kit. I backed it with the plain backgrounds. And that can kind of go underneath there. That's what I wanted, even though there's glue down there. I actually wanted it to go through. And hopefully this one will stay stuck. And then these little guys. So these are little pine cones, obviously. Okay. So there you go. You got page 1. I think it turned out so cute. Let me just make sure I've got plenty of glue on this so that it stays down. I don't know why it's not sticking better. This is really a great glue. Maybe I'm being too light-handed. There we go. Okay. All right. Now, it's going to be maybe a tad tricky, but what I did was I made two, one in each color, because this silver looks better on this page and gold looks better on that page. And I'm going to glue them together just at the top. Oh, I had this all set up, of course, and now I don't. Let's see. I actually printed everything in reverse because I did a lot of twofers, thinking I would use them more than I did. And so you just have to do a flip on your printer. You just flip the page. So you get two that can go back to back. Otherwise, you know, everything is sort of slightly different shaped. So you're not able to. Let me make sure. Okay, so this one's got to go here. And back. Oh, I should have put well, it laid together beautifully, of course, when I wasn't on camera. You know how that goes. Okay, let's see. Am I in frame even? There we go. That looks like a better match. Okay. Oopsie, this is fiddly. Okay. 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 So I don't mind that the green's showing a little bit on the top here. But you only want the top ones glued, because the bottom, it doesn't matter so much that they don't match, because you're going to be putting it over the page. Okay, so I'm just going to have to do something about that. Oh, wrong direction. Okay, I want to put a little bit of brown here. Okay, and then okay, all right, so let's turn it over. All right, so this is going to go on the top of the tree, and this is going to go wherever it lands. So the top of the tree, oops, is here. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Great. It's kind of on the steeple. I like that. Okay. All right. This one I am putting, since she's dropping them off at the house, they have to drive through this really desolate area. So they go from their fun town and their beautiful home to this desolate area. And then she points out that this is the cabin they're going to. So I'm lining this cabin up between these trees and making the snow, fit in with the snow here. So I'm going to actually glue a couple of pine cones to be the tuck, and that'll be the finish on this page. So let me get the first one in. Want that to go there. So it just needs a little bit of glue, and then on the side. Oh gosh, sorry, I'm off the camera there. So I put the glue over here and then over to here. Okay, and then this one, Okay, this one's going to be over there. Oh, oh no, I just kind of put the glue everywhere. Oops, sorry. I'm nervous. Okay, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay, I put an extra piece for stability of scrap paper on the back because I printed these on regular paper. But if you use some sort of cardboard, craft paper, you wouldn't have to. This I've backed. Okay, there we go. All right. And that is that page. I think that's cute. I mean, it's sad, but it's also pretty. Okay, and this we have the booklet, so we don't have to really do anything. I tied the pages together and decorated the edges. Oh, this is what I need to do here. Okay, so this is an easy star because it doesn't have to be in any particular place. Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm off the screen so much. All right, so let's just glue this on. Okay. And then I'll glue the inside of both sides. And I glued a little sequin thing I found in a snowflake form. And this is Ruby worrying. And the time is just passing so slow. They don't know when she's going to be back, and they really miss her. All right, now we get to a fun page. Oh, this is my tin for all my cutouts. I went crazy. There's so many that are beautiful, and I intend to use them, around. A lot of them I did in the large size, and they really didn't work for this smaller book. So keep that in mind. Whatever size your book is, print them out, in a way that'll work the best for you. All right, so now we're getting into, well, pretty soon, this page is going to be Glitterland. And this page, we're going to use the garland as the base again. So I've taken 2 garlands, put a structural piece here so that I can glue that down. And then this is the mom. She's come home. She's come home. They are happy campers. Happy. Thrilled. Their Christmas isn't ruined after all. This lady that they stayed with, she apparently was okay about them coming, but she just wasn't into Christmas. She had things to do. She told them she was busy and needed to get back, and she preferred they didn't interrupt her, basically. So they were left on their own. But as that booklet shows, they, spent a lot of time outside in the day and did things to keep their mind off of their worry about where their mom was. And their mom didn't say exactly when she'd be back, but she ended up being gone longer than they thought, and Christmas was around the corner. So I just glued this onto one tag that had this pretty house. So, like, she's come home. And then this is the other part of this great tag, and I did sparkles on there. I don't know if you can tell in this light, but got all kinds of red and platinum colored stickles. Okay, there we go. This side is Glitter City. Yeah, I had so much fun. It was like being young when I used to play with glitter. for Christmas ornaments and stuff like that. I don't use glitter very much, but it's so beautiful that I'm going to try to use it. I've owned that glitter I have for a long time and just haven't really utilized it, which is, I hope, going to change. I hope I remember it and use it. So what I did was glitter up all these little tiny ornaments. Let's see if I can get them to you. I used glue, art glitter glue, and I just laid it in different patterns onto the ornament, kind of following the designs that were in the ornaments. And let's see if I can put my shadow there. And that allowed me to have just a nice little variety. Like this one, for example. It's got a little zigzag. And this one has the dots. And this one has a sprig. I just think they're so fun. So what I wanted to do is have them decorate the top. Okay, let's make sure we're in the page together here. Okay. So the longest ones are these, and the rest are round. So I thought what I could do is sort of have these put on first. I need to clip this down. Put that and clip this. Oops, sorry about the elbows. Okay, so if we did something like this, and then just kind of, okay, the line is right there, so I've got to make sure I don't get these in the line. I kind of lay these like this, you know, just sort of arbitrarily around. I mean, up and down. Make them look like it was arbitrary, but really it's not. It's cute, huh? Squish everything up a little bit. Taking it apart to glue it's going to be a whole nother thing. Oh, I need like another one in there, don't I? But do you like it? I mean, I think it's festive. This is a big day. She's home. It's a little messy. When I glue it, it'll be a little better. And then these definitely need, of course, I can't shut it once I do it, so I better not. But I'm going to put some stickles on here and make this more shiny. But I think that is going to be delightful. And I'm just going to have to do it one at a time. Glue with our glitter glue. And I think it'll work out sweet. Maybe try to put it more like that. Okay, I don't want to spend time gluing because that could take forever. So let's go to our last page. And I'm going to put these cute ornaments onto the fireplace. There were no stockings, so this fireplace is needing something. And the stockings, maybe you guys don't do that in England, I don't know. But that's what they're supposed to emulate. I thought about, and you might want to put them up here, That's also really cute on this banner that's printed on it. But I decided to cut these stems a bit, these threads, so that the length keeps them right above. Let me get up. And so I'm going to cut them right like this. Okay. All right. So I am not a big fussy cutter, but I found that after doing a lot, I showed you my tin, a lot of fussy cutting, it got a little meditative in a way. It was kind of a calming process, and I didn't worry about it so much, how close I was. I had to go back and do some snipping at times to improve it, but I found that I kind of enjoyed it, and that was wonderful to learn, because I've never felt that way before about fussy cutting. And then putting that glitter on, that was a fiddly thing to do. And so I watched a Hallmark movie and sat in front of my TV, hunched over the footstool, and played with the glitter like when I was a kid. It was really fun. I had a good time. I wasn't trying to be perfect. Wasn't thinking about it too much because it was a pretty good Hallmark movie, and it was a new one that I hadn't seen, and it was a quest. It's called the Christmas Quest, and they were trying to find an anthropological thing, and so it was kind of like a female version of Raiders of the Lost Ark or those kinds of movies, and she has a helper that is her ex-husband. So Hallmark. Okay, so there we go. Is that cute? Oh my gosh, that adds so much. So let's look at it once again. Now we have our little stars popping up the top, which I love, and they help to have this not be alone here. And I just used scrapbook paper in the background, cut out the label that comes with the kit, and can you see all the engraving on the book? Yeah, it was a perfect place to put this. And there's even a gold line around it. So here we have the main players in our story. Writing paper. I cut these envelopes out of an old stamp pad by envelopes. These what things I used for the tabs are ornaments. This is from a kit like 3 years ago by Stamperia called the Patchwork Christmas. And then the anthology is here. Then we have the happy town that they grew up in. Cute tag to write on. Pine cones decorating the area. And a festive garland. That really brought the page together. And then we added the star here as they're decorating the tree. And I put the sparklies on the tree. All with stickles. You have to leave it to dry overnight. Then the mom drops them off. They're devastated at this house in the middle of nowhere. So we made this little holder for this picture, which you can run in the back. Now they're at the cottage. Nothing festive, nothing Christmassy. There's one star in the sky. So he's walking around, Alistair is, trying to pass the time, and he and his sister, they do a lot of things around this cabin that doesn't have any decorations, so they go outside a lot, and they sit by the fire when they're inside. They love to read. They make a wreath for their mom. I don't know exactly what they're doing there. They wrap up the wreath. And then watching out the window for her, hoping she'll be home soon. But there's an angel that's watching over them. And here they are, both of them worried and waiting. Time's passing by. Where's their mom? Oh. Okay, let's see if we can flip it. Okay. Well. It might even look better this way. Who knows? So now they're home. Their mom came home. And that's their best Christmas present. They don't care about anything else. They're just so glad she's there. And they are in their happy home. And this is their happy home with their mom, who they love. And they hung ornaments by the fireplace. And that, my friends, is my project for the Christmas Anthology collaboration. So I wish you and your family a very, very merry and happy Christmas. I hope you enjoy the rest of the collaboration. I know I will. And I look forward to seeing you in the new year. I hope you want to see more of what I have to offer. I have playlists on my homepage for my channel, Journal Breeze. And I would love it if you liked and commented. And if you feel inclined, please subscribe. And I'll see you again. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.